benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. I do deliver that every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content, let me remind you, I am looking out for. I'm the consumer advocate that is looking out for you. And lost my notes here to get started, but we'll get it going this morning. We're a little slow. It's Monday morning. We are a little slow on the uptake, but if you ever have any home or finance related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Just remember that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you, even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Celebrations of the day. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Let's see if we can find a good one for today. I don't know about these celebrations today. What do you think, Miss Christie? National Lipstick Day? That's a ham-haw. But you know something, after this weekend, we might want to be looking at some carbs that'll bring that might bring down the content a little bit, shall we say. National Lasagna Day. That one's a good one, right? National Chicken Wing Day. You know, nationally, we have to be careful of National Chicken Wing Day because what usually goes with chicken wings, I don't know about you, but generally the chicken wings, I'm finding those usually while I am sitting on a bar stool. And I'm not sure that I want a bar stool quite yet. Just throwing that out there. Not that there's anything wrong with bars or bar stools or chicken wings, but it seems to me that more often than not, the chicken wings are at the bar or the bar stool. And I think I need a little bit of detox. Just saying that right there. You too, Miss Christie. Okay, I get it. I know the bride at home is probably still out there detoxing as well. So that's a good weekend, though. It's a good weekend. So we can't complain about that part of it. Excellent celebrations of the weekend. We're not going to go too far with that, but a lot of good celebrations for this weekend. Moving right along, let's take a look at what the markets are doing today. They've been all over the place. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 55 points as I speak to you right now. We are looking at the NASDAQ down about 55 points it seems like there's a little correlation right there. Is there or is there not? We are in the middle of earnings season, so that could be the area, the reason why we're seeing so much fluctuation. Not a whole lot of earnings this morning, but after the bell today, we will get earnings again from some of the S&P 500 companies. We'll get about half of the S&P will be a third of the S&P reports this week. Again, we had about a third of them last week. So we're watching all these different earnings reports. So they are coming out this week, next week. We should get the majority of them. We are watching that as well. We're looking also at oil. So we're seeing the oil trades right now. Oil up 26 cents per barrel. What is that meaning for you and for me? Well, we always watch that just because we need to know what's doing with oil, because that's what's driving our gasoline prices. 273.5 is the national average. Taxofornia 369.1. So that's about $1 a gallon more than the national average. We are still holding about a nickel higher than the oil producing state of Hawaii. We always watch. I love watching that just for fun because of the way they do. You know, how is it that we could have oil that is higher than Hawaii when they get their oil from here and from us and have to ship it in? Does that make any sense to anybody? Oh yeah, this is Calizuela, so we like to tax everything as much as humanly possible. So that's why we see our prices so much higher than everywhere else. Think about this one. If you were to go and Mississippi, Right now, I know that it's nicer to be in Calizuela than it would be in Mississippi, but in Mississippi right now, they are paying $2.35 a gallon for gasoline, and we're at 369.1 in Calizuela. Think about that. I mean, I've got my friends here, and they generally have pipe in on these things a little quicker than that, but
this is ridiculous.
Pretty ridiculous. So you think about Hawaii being cheaper and Mississippi being over $1 a gallon cheaper than we are in Calizuela. $1.30 a gallon cheaper. Makes you ill, doesn't it?
Nothing like a little air superiority.
Yeah, we're in Calizuela. We've got the politicians think they can control everything. Although we are starting to see now that we're getting a little bit of pushback, and I know that it's fun for some of us watching the pushback that we're getting in Washington, D.C., because the president pretty much shoots from the hip. He says what's on his mind. There's not a whole lot of question about where he stands on issues. Elijah Cummings being one of the people that has been most anti-Trump. And it's fascinating because now he's got to start answering the questions that others have put before him before. He's done nothing about them because all he's doing in the United States House of Representatives is bashing the president. So, and it's a free country. He's allowed to bash the president, as all of us are. We have our own opinions. I think you're better off if you were to try and figure out a way of solving some problems, especially somebody that's been in the United States House of Representatives for over 100 years. I think he might have been in the first Congress, and now we're, I think, in the 100 and something Congress. Cummings been there forever. And his district, he's complaining about what the Border Patrol is doing along the border right now when, Cummings is part of the problem. He is one of those who is supposed to be looking at what's going on, funding some of these issues because they have the power of the purse in the House of Representatives. But Mr. Cummings doesn't seem to see things that way. So what does he do? He goes out there and complains, doesn't have solutions, doesn't offer any solutions, but he is extremely good at complaining. Okay, I get it. There's a lot of people that like to complain. Some have authorization or power to correct things. Some don't. Cummings is one that does have the ability to correct things. So he's done nothing. The president then comes out and says, well, when are you going to do about, while you're so busy worrying about impeaching, collusion, all the things that Mueller's already taken care of or looked into, when might you start looking at the rat infestation in your home district? Well, Bernie Sanders said that. Barack Obama said that. The mayor of the city said that. But lo and behold, when President Trump says it, yeah, it's racist. Does that make any sense to anybody? Now, maybe you're getting to the point where you're kind of like me, right? I'm at the point right now that I say, something, if that's the definition of being a racist, it must be that it is a positive thing. Used to be that being a racist was negative, right? Well, maybe now that's positive. Maybe that's the thing that you want to be. Maybe you want to be pointing out issues that are going on. Maybe you want to point out the problems within society that might get somebody else working, might get some solutions. So maybe that's where it is. Maybe we'll see Elijah Cummings doing something about correcting his home district. So just saying. Those of you that are listening to us, Ron Siegel Radio.tv, if you're having trouble getting onto the Facebook stream, Facebook Live, again, having problems. So we are on the YouTube channel for the live broadcast this morning. So I'm just sharing that out on our social media channels as well. If you want to get on there, feel free. You can click on it right now on Facebook Live if you want to get there as well, or on my Facebook page. It'll take you right over to the channel so you can actually see what we're here or see us. Most people don't want to see us. Moving right along in the morning briefing today. Yeah, the Garlic Festival, another area where we have no guns allowed, a soft target, yet a gunman gets in. Just a problem there. It's a typical issues where whenever you don't allow guns, people can't protect themselves. So 3 people dead plus the gunman. Kind of went backwards there. We should have got the gunman first. Just throwing that out there. Dan Coates, the National Intelligence Director, he is going to step down. President Trump has nominated John Radcliffe, a Texas representative. He's in the House of Representatives to replace Mr. Coates. Coates will be leaving his office August 15th. Departure follows months of speculation and public spats between the president and the intelligence community. So we're going to get a new National Intelligence Director. That'll be happening fairly soon. Let's look at what else is happening in the morning briefing. Senior U.S. officials going to China for their first face-to-face talk since negotiations broke down in May. Hard to see how expectations could be lower, with neither side showing any urgency to reach a compromise as they air their grievances ahead of tomorrow's meetings. There was some signs of goodwill, though, as Chinese companies are expected to sign more deals to buy American agricultural products. The big event of this week is Federal Reserve's announcements. We're going to talk about that in the next segment. The Federal Reserve, will it be a quarter of a basis point drop? Will it be half a quarter of a point drop, or a half point drop? That's what we're looking for. We'll be watching for that there. British pound fell to another 2-year low this morning as Prime Minister Boris Johnson's new cabinet members made headlines over the weekend with Brexit announcements. Michael Gove, Johnson's top aide, wrote that no deal is now a very real prospect, while a report in the Financial Times said that new Chancellor of the Exchequer, Sajid, is prepared to spend £1 billion on plans to crash out of the EU. The UK's biggest business lobby group published a study which shows that neither side of the deal is ready for a so-called hard Brexit. So we'll see what's going on there. A lot of news today. Financial news is coming up next. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, we've got a lot on our plate today. We're going to be talking about 3 expert insights on inventory in the current real estate market, what to expect from the home buying process, what is a credit card balance transfer, should I do one, how to refinance your mortgage, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Your off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams, or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Did you know that banks and credit bureaus are rewarded financially if you have bad credit? And the worse your credit score is, the more money they can make off of you? How does that make you feel, knowing that banks are getting rich off of your hard-earned money? How does it make you feel, knowing that if a bank or a credit bureau makes a mistake on your credit report, they benefit from it and it hurts you? The Fair Credit Report Act of 1971 requires banks and credit bureaus to report only accurate information, and nearly 100% of all credit reports are inaccurate. If you're sick and tired of being broke and tired of being robbed by the banks, you owe it to yourself and to your family to call Rondi. Rondi is a FICO-certified credit professional and has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt and establish great credit. Rondi's number is 855-608-1990. Again, that's 855-608-1990. Or visit creditsanitizer.com. Again, that website is creditsanitizer.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission. Lending partners will give a credit at closing. The title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends over at Gold Star Mortgage. When you're ready for that next mortgage, Gold Star has the programs. They've got the products for you. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990. Get you the right information at the right time to help you make the right decision for you and your family. Dow Jones Industrial Average right now up 45 points. The NASDAQ is down 54 points. S&P 500 down 5.18. The U.S. Treasury is at 2.056. That's down a couple of ticks. And the mortgage-backed securities, they're up 3 basis points, which means interest rates should be down ever so slightly, but we are still holding right on those important Fibonacci levels that we've been holding on 8 days now. Been holding right at that same area for the last 8 days. That means that level of support is going to get stronger and stronger because we're watching the 25-day moving average move right into the same area because it's been there for so long. So that 25-day moving average moving right up there with it. The 50-day moving average moving right up there as well. So they're getting closer and closer right onto that 102.27 resistance level. But let's take a look and see what's going on right now. Why are the markets doing what they're doing as we continue to look? 100% of the Fed, 100% pricing in for a Fed rate cut on Wednesday. But what does all that mean? What does it mean for the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell? He's pretty much in a lose-lose position, could very well be the bad guy either way. If the Fed cuts rates and there is inflation, Powell is the bad guy. If they cut them 25 basis points, if we get inflation, it might be too little. If we get a recession, it could be not enough. So if he goes 50 basis points, right, which way is he going to go? We just don't know that. But right now, we're looking at a very, very quiet news day today, but a very busy news week. We get some of everything. We get inflation, we get the housing, the Fed, jobs data. So on the housing front, the Case-Shiller Appreciation Report, which is the gold standard, as well as pending home sales, will be released on Tuesday. Also on Tuesday, the Fed's favored measure of inflation, personal consumption expenditures, is on the schedule. We are in jobs week, which means the ADP number comes out on Wednesday. The BLS jobs report comes out on Friday. And perhaps the most important news item will be the Federal Reserve statement. That's their decision, comes out on Wednesday, 11 o'clock Western time, or Pacific time. Jerome Powell's press conference comes right after that. The rest of the week looks something like this. PCE, Case Schiller, pending home sales on Tuesday, mortgage applications, ADP employment report, employment cost index, Fed meeting announcement, and press conference. That's all on Wednesday. And as I mentioned, we are looking for a 100% chance. It's going to the Federal Reserve. The question is not will they cut rates, it's how much will they cut rates. So again, if they cut a quarter, is that enough? Will the markets like it? Will they see that as being not enough? Maybe if they cut a half, they look at it and say that's too much inflation, which will be bad for the bond market, means interest rates could go up. So a lot of that is in the balance right now. And I told you a little bit about where the numbers are as we speak. So basically the idea right now is find a great lender. And that's our friends over at Gold Star Mortgage. Because one of the things you can do when you have that scenario is you're able to actually look and say, okay, I've got this information. Let's lock in the rates now, take the risk off the table, and hopefully we'll get some good numbers and interest rates go down. Well, then you have a lockdown policy. So what is a lockdown policy? Let's talk about that. First, I'll tell you that is the Mortgage Minute, again, brought to you by Gold Star Mortgage. So a lockdown policy is basically where a lender can lock you into a rate, but if rates improve, if they go down, then they're able to modify that for you. They're able to take that and move those rates down for you. Now, generally, when a company has a lockdown policy, if the rates move down slightly, there's not going to be any change at all. Those are geared for significant rate movements, 3/8 of a point or more. So when that happens and you get that 3/8 movement, that's when you're looking at it and you're going to say, okay, I like that idea. I can relock and take advantage of the improvement in the market. Why would you want to do that? Well, and generally you can't do that too many times, but you want to have a policy where you can actually take and move that down and not worry about the fact of trying to time the market. Timing the market in any area is generally not doable. People try all the time. If people were successful at timing the market, they would be doing that all the time. They'd be trying to time the market, and then they would go out there and they'd make millions and millions of dollars. But people can't time it. So what they end up doing is you get a company that says, okay, we'll lock you in. That protects you. If the interest rates go up, you're now protected so that you've already got a locked-in benefit. So you've got a win-win situation when you're dealing with that kind of a policy. The beauty of that, obviously, is rates go up, you're locked in at today's rate. Rates go down significantly, you can actually move down with the market, and that'll help you out. So we really like to push the idea of making sure you understand the programs out there. I get so many times, I can't tell you how many times I get people and they call me and they say, Ron, what's the interest rates today? And I say, what's the difference? Right? So if you want to know what today's interest rates are, I can tell you that. That's easy to understand. That's easy to deal with. But I'm going to tell you that there is very rarely, everybody wants the best rate, right? What's your best rate on interest rates? I've got great credit. So tell me what the best rate is. And, then I'll get you all the documentation, whatever you need, because I know that I'm going to qualify for your best rate. And I chuckle internally, because that tells me that somebody really doesn't completely understand interest rates and how they work. Because at any given level, there's really nobody that really wants the best interest rate, but they don't know what to ask. So they just throw out, what is your best rate? So I'm going to tell you right now, on a high balance conforming loan, that the best rate that I know of right now, or that our friends at Gold Star Mortgage have to offer, best rate. And again, I don't know that anybody's going to really want this. Let's see if I can find where it is here. It's going to probably be 3.375. Now, that sounds like a good number. Let's see. I think we might have hit a button that's incorrect here. So let's see if we can find that's what I wanted right there. So I'm going to give you a different number right now. And this one might be even a little bit better. But 3.375, that's a really good rate, right? But let's take a look at this and let's see where we are on the best rate and see if it makes sense for you and your family. Because so many people, they think about the best rate. And I think we've still got a bad variable in here. Eventually I'll get this right for you. I see what we did wrong. Okay, we're going to change one more thing because it's going to be in the twos. It's going to be in the twos. So the question then becomes, do you really want it? Right, a 2% interest rate. People say, well, that's a great rate, Ron. Right? But let's look and see, does it make sense for you and your family if I finally get the numbers put in here correctly, which I apparently have not still done. But it's going to be in the 2% range. How do you get that 2% interest rate? Well, it's a 10-year fully amortized loan that's going to be 3 points, right? And is it something you want? I'm going to suggest that most people don't want and cannot afford a 10-year fully amortized loan with 3 points, right? Because it's out of the box. It's not the norm. So people don't really want the best rate. They want the best rate for the program that they can afford. And then you have to start looking at it. Okay, there it is, 3.125. 3.125. And again, I'm just using examples here, so I'm not giving you the APRs and all that kind of good stuff because I am telling you that it is a 10-year fully amortized fixed rate loan, 3-point cost to get it, right? So, but do you want that 3.125, or do you want to talk something that's more suitable for you, which may be the 30-year fixed rate loan? But then again, that's not the best rate. Or do you want to get a loan just from somebody who can offer a number, throw a number out there, and they can't deliver because they're not going to lock that in for you? All of those are issues that need to be contemplated. We're going to talk more about that when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. 3 expert insights on inventory in the current real estate market. What to expect from the home buying process. What is a balance transfer? All of that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. On Twitter, @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel lending team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel lending team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called the reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com, or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. The current housing landscape presents greater home values, low interest rates, and high buyer demand. All these factors point to the strong market forecasted to continue throughout the rest of the year. There is, however, one thing that may cause the industry to tap the brakes: an overall lack of housing inventory. Buyer demand naturally increases during the summer months, but the current supply is not keeping up. Here's a look at what a few industry experts have to say. Lawrence Yoon, chief economist at the National Association of Realtors, quote, imbalance persists for mid to lower priced homes with solid demand and insufficient supply, which is consequently pushing up home prices. Mark Fleming, chief economist of First American, market conditions are ripe for increasing home sales with one glaring exception. The supply of homes for sale remains tight, keeping existing home sales below potential. Danielle Hale, chief economist of Realtor.com, we're not seeing as many new listings come up on the market. It was only 18 months ago that the number of homes for sale hit its lowest level in recorded history and sparked the fiercest competition among buyers we've ever seen, unquote. The bottom line, if you're thinking of selling, now may be the time. Demand for your house will be strong during a period when there is very little competition, ideally leading to a quick sale and a great return on your investment. That is the real-time real estate segment. Again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. So the home buying process, we're going to chat a little bit about that today, what to expect from that home buying process. I'd like to help you make financial decisions with confidence. To do this, many or all the products featured here are from individuals that we've seen in the marketplace. I'm going to give you some of my opinions on them. Buying stuff online has spoiled us with one-click ordering. If only buying a house were so easy, no matter what anybody says, it is not that easy. Do not believe any of the so-called pundits. I know that Amazon's getting into the market. They want you to believe that it will be that easy. It is not. There's a lot to it, and I'm going to suggest to you, be very, very careful when you're going out and looking at some of these online services. And again, I don't sell real estate. I have no horse in the game. Be careful of the online services because there's a lot of unknowns that they can't know to ask you. There's a lot of variables in there. So a lot of people stumble into the whole thing, try to figure it out as they go. That's tough. We've been there from that first home, a little more than a tiny condo, really, but what seemed like such a massive leap of faith at the time, to the urban split-level, multi-story, loft view, white picket fence, all that stuff. You don't know what you don't know. Let us break down the home buying process for you. How do I even start? Besides determining what your housing needs are, setting a budget, getting your financial ducks in a row, and obtaining a pre-underwrite. The pre-qualify and the pre-approval are things of the past. We do the pre-approvals for folks many times when we're looking very, very late, when they haven't gone and taken the time to get pre-underwritten before they do the go out shopping. We like to do the pre-underwrite. That way in a tight market, I've got a friend in Bakersfield right now that's lost out on some properties that he wanted because of contingencies. Well, what if you were able to take the contingencies out of the picture? No loan contingency. Take that out of the picture. That's called a pre-underwrite. A wish list can be a good tool among the potential considerations. What part of town do you want to live in? Are schools a factor for you or not? Older home, newer home, 1-story, 2-story, condo, contemporary, traditional. What else? Fixer-upper, ready to move in, ready? Near public transportation or other amenities. How many bedrooms, bathrooms, yard, fenced, open, pool, yay, view, golf course. All these things are items for consideration. That's just the beginning. You'll have a much longer list once you start brainstorming. Then you got the big question, do I have enough money? You know about making a down payment. There are other expenses due before or at loan closing that you want to be prepared for, such as earnest money. That's the deposit you'll make to the seller upon signing the sales contract to show your good faith. Now, you make it to the seller, but it goes into escrow. Closing costs listed on an official loan estimate, including an appraisal, credit report, loan origination fees, insurance premiums, property taxes, title insurance, recording fees, escrow fees, an initial deposit to your monthly payment escrow account if you need to have one. You're going to receive a closing disclosure regarding the total charges 3 days before your scheduled loan closing. Compare these details with the loan estimate you received 3 days after your application was made. Expect to pay about 2 to 3% of the home's purchase price in closing fees. If the price goes up higher, that percentage is generally a little bit lower. Sometimes a seller will agree to pay some or all of the closing costs, depending on how competitive your housing market is. Plus, some lenders will allow you to roll the fees into your mortgage, called lender credits. Then you'll be paying interest on what could have been a one-time charge. Lender credits or rebate pricing may also cause the interest rate you pay to be higher. Now, do you need a real estate agent? Real estate agent knows what's selling and at what price, the neighborhoods that are in demand or overpriced, and where the homes are that fit your budget. An agent will also know how long a particular house has been on the market, information that's not always available online, and which can affect the home's price and enhance your bargaining power. Most real estate agents are ultimately working for the seller, and that commission is paid by the seller and only triggered by a sale. That's why you want to find an exclusive buyer's agent if you can. It can be hard to find, but we can tell you who they are, where they are. However, agents of all kinds are generally bound by state real estate licensing laws to act in a fair and ethical manner. How long will all this take? You likely view 10 homes over 10 weeks to find a home you're willing to make an offer on, according to a survey by the National Association of Realtors. Roughly half of those surveyed said finding just the right home was the most difficult part, but even so, there's lots left to be done. Now, remember, that's why we want to get you that NEST application. It's free. All you have to do is text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. You get that application. It'll send you information, a text message or email or both, when that home goes on the market in the area that you want. If it hasn't been on the market already, something's going on the market, you can get that. If you need to sell your home first, or if you want to also watch different markets, you can get our home digest. That's free as well. Go to www.slthomedigest.com. www.slthomediGest.com. The entire process from contract to closing, not counting the time you'll spend getting pre-approved for a loan and house hunting, will normally take from 30 to 45 days. Contract timeline is usually no longer than 60 days. Some of these steps include negotiating and submitting an offer, 1 to 5 days, signing a sales contract, 1 to 3 days, securing your financing, having a home inspection completed. Unfortunately, after the contract is accepted, it's mostly out of your hands. Any hitches along the way can sometimes delay the process. If you need to sign an authorization or respond to a request, do it as quickly as you can and then just wait patiently. Managing expectations, buying a home especially the first time around, will probably leave you with a feeling of information overload. Getting a loan is kind of like a colonoscopy. I say that all the time. It can be very, very challenging, but there are ways to make it a little bit more bearable. So that's just some of the information on what to expect from the home buying process. Again, if you want more information, if you want some great professionals to help you through the process, our team at Gold Star Mortgage helps with the lending portion. And if you call me at 800-306-1990, I've got some great real estate partners that are more than willing. I've vetted every one of them. Don't have a financial stake in any of them, but I've vetted them so we can actually take a look and see that you're getting the best possible experience. There's a lot of people out there that are not experienced. I want to make sure that you get the best possible that we can possibly educate you on. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, again, discussing real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, what is a balance transfer? Should I do one? And how to refinance your mortgage? All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter, @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a few.
Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area-trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Most businesses struggle to get the online reviews they need to get a competitive edge over their competition. Rex is a brand new technology that uses text messages to direct happy clients to your online review sites, Zillow, Google, Facebook, and Yelp, and unhappy clients to a private survey, so businesses can win more customers. Try Rex today by going to www.meetrex.com.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or 1-800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Rate subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and BRENMLS 217037 and 145502 and Cal BRE 0186945 and 18667.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer, they've got the solutions for you. Jeff Sipes and his team over at Blue Water Credit, they are our go-to people at Credit Sanitizer. They help you get that credit repaired. What is a balance transfer? Should I do one? So here's the issue. I'd like to give you the to help you make financial decisions with confidence. To do this, we like to share certain items. Now, I want to tell you that I have no vested interest in any of this, just so we give you that up front. So carrying a balance on a high-interest credit card, consider doing a balance transfer to a new card with a lower rate, possibly even one with a 0% for a year or more. Balance transfer is a simple concept. You're applying for a new card with a lower interest rate, then move your balance to it from the old card. In effect, you're using one card to pay off another but you're getting a lower interest rate in the process. So how does the balance transfer work? You can usually set up a balance transfer by signing into your online account for the new card or calling the number on the back of that card. You have to provide the account number that you want to transfer the balance from and the amount you want to transfer. Your new card issuer might approve the full amount or only part of your request. The amount of transfer you get approved for depends on your credit limit, although your issuer may have other rules in place, such as a dollar limit for transfers. You continue to make payments on your old account until the new card issuer notifies you that the balance transfer has been completed. This could take up to 3 weeks. You can move some other types of debt to a balance transfer card too. However, you usually can't transfer debt between products from the same issuer. For example, you can't transfer debt from one Chase card to another or from one American Express card to another. So you would need to have different cards. When choosing a card for a balance transfer, you want to do your research. Many cards will accept transfers, but the action makes sense only if it saves you money. So you want to know the balance transfer fee. You're usually going to pay a fee of 3 to 5% of the amount you plan to transfer. For example, if your balance is $5,000, a 3% fee would cost you $150. A few cards have no balance transfer fees. The interest rate on transferred balances, credit cards that are specifically designed for balance transfers have a lower introductory rate for transfers, and 0% intro periods are common. The length of the promotional period of balance transfers should give you breathing room to pay down your debt. So look for one with a long 0% period. At the end of the promo period, the rate goes up a lot, usually to the same rate the card charges for purchases. So you want to have your balance paid down by then. The annual fee, a card with no annual fee, is best for transfers. A good place to start is with going to some of the sites that offer this. I know that Credit Karma has information on balance transfers. NerdWallet might have cards available for that. You'll notice that the best transfer deals generally are available only to people with good or excellent credit. As you consider your options, keep these questions in mind. Will the amount you save in interest be higher than the balance transfer fee? Can you pay off the balance you're transferring during that 0% period? Simple calculator can give you a sense of how much you could save by moving debt to a balance transfer card and paying it off versus leaving it where it is over the same amount of time. Once you've transferred your balance, make a plan to pay enough each month to get that debt to zero during the interest-free period, even if it means skimping on your lifestyle for a while. Paying off your debt should be the point of the balance transfer. You can apply the money you save in interest to your balance to get out of debt faster. Don't just move debt from one card to another and then run up the balance again. That's the debt treadmill, and it's hard to get off. What should you do with the old card? Having more open lines of credit on your credit report generally is good for your credit score, so keep it open, but make sure you pay it off every single month before the balance due date. Closed accounts in good standing stay on your credit report for 10 years. That's the Your Credit Matters segment, again, brought to you by our friends over at Credit Sanitizer. Remember, that's Jeff Sipes and his team from Blue Water Credit. They are the service provider for our friends for the Credit Sanitizer website. Jeff Sipes, Blue Water Credit. How to refinance your mortgage? Does it make sense? That is the subject as well. So you made it through one of the toughest challenges, buying a home. Now, perhaps a few months to a few years later, you're ready to refinance your mortgage. How hard can it be? You may be surprised to find that it's not a couple of emails and a phone call or two process. In fact, there'll be maybe as much or more paperwork involved this time around than when you first bought your home. Let's consider some of the initial steps of a mortgage refinance and then run through the rest of the process step by step. Refinancing your mortgage can be a great way to save money. Team at Gold Star Mortgage has the tools for you, and you can track the value of your home at slthomediGest.com. slthomediGest.com. Get a monthly update on the value of your home. Why might you want to refinance? So you need to understand that first. Are you looking to lower your payments? Are you looking to take some money out to do some home repairs? You need to understand the reason for the process before anything else. There are mortgage calculators out there. We've got some on our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com that can help you with understanding what the numbers are, or you can just simply give me a call, 800-306-1990, and we can get that information to you as well, help you decide, does it make sense for you to be dealing with a refinance? So know your goal. Understand your credit score. MyFICO.com is the best place, or the only place I know of, or I go to get that credit report, credit score. Research your home's current value. Again, HomeDigest.com. Shop for the mortgage rates that work best for you. Give us a call at 800-306-1990. We'll see what program makes sense. Know all your costs. I'm going to suggest, as I have been recently, and for most people, a little higher interest rate, a little lower cost is a better solution, because you might want to save money now and again another 18 to 24 months from now. So less money out of your pocket is a benefit. Gather the paperwork, lock in your rate, get the cash on hand. And again, just give me a call at 800-306-1990. I'll put you in touch with our friends at Gold Star Mortgage to see if this makes sense for you and your family. And as always, I suggest set that first radio preset button to come back here every day to join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A very big thanks to John, who's engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
I just go out and I can't be seen. Tides that I tried to